Okay, we're going to look at some more challenging sequence and series questions. This is just an example. I just sort of picked them at random. This is question 7. I found it sort of interesting. It says here that the number of people applying for child grants in a specific community increases every year as follows. Well, first there's 20, then there's 26, and then there's 38, and then there's 56 people. Well, you could look at it. Are these numbers going up by the same amount? If I divide them, do I get the same number, like right divided by left? Is it getting multiplied by something? Well, it's not. So what I did is I tried something else. It's not geometric, it's not arithmetic. So what I did is I subtracted. 26 minus 20 is 6. 38 minus 26 is 12. 56 minus 38 is 18. And then these numbers, wait, that's a simple arithmetic progression. So I put this number 20 out here, and then every year I get this arithmetic progression, 6 plus 12 plus 18 plus 24, up 9 times to make the first year plus 9 years makes the 10th year they're asking about. So this is my problem, 20 plus this sum of this arithmetic progression, where A is 6, D, the common difference, is 6 as well, and where N is equal to 9, because it's 9 years I'm going to add to this first year. So we've got a formula where we go N over 2 times 2A plus N minus 1 times D. So it's 9 over 2 for N over 2. 2 times A is 2 times 6, because A is 6. N minus 1 is 9 minus 1 is 8, and times the common difference, which is 6. Well, there you go. I think we got it, because that's 12, that's 48, added together makes 60. 60 divided by 2 is 30, times 9 is 270. Well, if we take this 270 and we add this 20, we're going to get how many people apply in the 10th year. So I'm calling it year 10 is 290. Well, that's question 7 done. So I hope you tried it on your own, and maybe you got the same thing. Maybe you did it a different way. What if we had this question here? This question here, it says a circle with diameter, and they meant to put 16 centimeters there. So I'm going to put a circle with diameter 16 centimeters is placed inside this rectangle so that it touches in these 3 points here. And then there's circles that get added, but each circle is 1/4 the area of the next circle. So the circles get smaller and smaller and smaller and teenier. In fact, that you keep adding these circles along this line AB, and the process continues indefinitely. That's another word for infinity. We're just going to do the first question. It says determine the dimensions of the smallest rectangle you could make here. Well, we know that they say this is 16 centimeters. So that means the diameter across here is 16 centimeters. Right off the bat, we've got the width of this rectangle. This, from that top corner there to there, must be 16 centimeters. Our problem is to figure out what all these diameters are. Well, this is how I did it. First, the area of each new circle is 1/4 the circle to the left. Well, if this area turns into 1/4, I must have taken the radius and cut it in half, because 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. So each new circle, the radius is cut in half. Well, that makes sense if the diameter is cut in half. So what you've got here is the first term here is 16 centimeters. But the radius is, each new radius is cut in half. That means the diameter all the way across must be a half. We're multiplying by a half each time. Well, this is an infinite geometric series where the first diameter is 16, and then we're multiplying by a half each time. So we go 1 minus r. That's our common ratio. 1 minus a half is a half. 16 divided by a half is 32. And that's our answer. So there's the dimensions of this rectangle. 16 and the length must be 32. Well, I found that question kind of interesting, and I had to do a lot of thinking about it. And when I read it the first time, all the words and the story in there, it took me a while to make sense of every part of it. But I went for just the main things. The diameter is 16, so that must be 16 tall. That was a big part. And I better fix this thing. Remember, it was 116, so I had to redo this video. So there, ooh, the circle with diameter 16 centimeters is the first one. Okay, well, that's it. I hope you found this interesting. And I left the last question for you to do on your own. Okay.